Hello, boys and girls. In our last video, which was called What is a Complete Sentence, we talked about how a complete sentence is a whole thought or idea. But a complete sentence is made up of three important parts. One, a who or a what, which is your subject or subject noun. Two, a did what, which is your action or your verb. Every complete sentence must have both one and two, a who or a what, or a subject noun, or a did what, which is the action or the main verb in the sentence. And to make the sentence really complete, you should have one of these W words, either a when, where, or a with who. This tells when, the time, where, the place, or with who the action verb was done. For example, if I wanted to say, I ran outside. I ran outside is my sentence. Believe it or not, while it is a very short sentence, I ran outside is a complete sentence because I have a who or a what, that's the subject, that's I. Did what? My action verb was ran. Do I have a when, where, or a with who? Sure, I have a where. Outside was my where. So I ran outside is a complete sentence because it has a who or a what, a did what, and I used one of my W words, I used where. We also talked about building a complete sentence in the last video. To make a complete sentence, remember, we are going to start with either a who or a what, which a sentence must have, a did what, which a sentence also must have, and one of these two things to make it simple to start out. When or a where. Okay, so our when or where could be like at school, during the night, or at midnight. It might be at the ocean or at the beach, outside during the day, or it could be at my house during the day or outside my house, in my front yard. Here are some examples of how to use our three W's, the who or the what, the did what, and either a when or a where, to build a complete sentence. The monster ran to the school. Okay, so in this sentence, my who or what, my subject noun would be the blue words, the monster. Ran would be my action verb, that word is red. And my when or where would be the green words, to the school. So that sentence is complete because it has three of the W's. The monster is one, ran is two, to the school is three. Same thing for this sentence. Oh, sorry about that. The boy played all night. The boy would be my who or what, or my subject noun. The red word is played. That would be the verb or the action that takes place. All night tells me when the boy played. Now today we're going to talk about how to make a sentence better, or how to add more describing words and details to a sentence. Okay, so we're going to start with something simple. This is an adjective, okay? What is an adjective? Well, an adjective is a word that describes or tells about a noun. Since an adjective describes a person, place, thing, or animal, remember those are your nouns, person, place, thing, or animal. There are a lot of adjectives we can use to describe a noun. Okay, so you can really use an adjective to describe any noun. Here are some examples of some common popular adjectives that you might see in books or in poems or any kind of writing. Color words. Color words like red, blue, orange, green, white, yellow, purple, pink, gray, brown. These are all examples of adjective. Okay, colors are adjectives when you use them to describe a noun, person, place, thing, or animal. For example, red, you could say my red kite. Blue, like blue water. Orange, like orange fruit. Green, green Christmas tree. White, white snow. Yellow, you could say yellow sun. Purple, purple dress. Pink, pink bow. Okay, gray, gray wall. Brown, the brown floor. Size words. Words that describe the size of a person, place, or thing are great examples of adjectives. Like big, oh, sorry, I keep hitting it too soon. Big, tall, small, short, little, fat, skinny, tiny, enormous, huge. These are all examples of size words. I'm sure you can think of many, many more to describe the size of a person, place, thing, or animal. Like a big tiger, a tall man, a small child, a short elf, a little person, a fat Santa Claus, a skinny girl, a tiny baby, an enormous snowman, and a huge car, okay, or a huge building even. Feeling words. Feeling words are also adjectives. Words that describe a person by describing how they're feeling might be angry, like the angry man, excited, the excited girl, happy, the happy pet, calm, the calm classroom or the calm students, sad, the sad monster, or mad. Personality words, words that describe a person, okay, how a person is acting, like silly, funny, joyful, crazy, wild, nice, kind, caring, mean, naughty. These are all examples of personality words that you could use as adjectives to describe someone or something, like the silly Santa, the funny clown, the joyful teacher, the crazy students, okay, the wild dog. You get the point. Number words. Number words can also describe a person, place, or thing. Okay, these are great adjectives that sometimes we don't even think about when we're writing. Number words could be an actual number like 1, 2, or 3, or it could describe a size in number form like several, many, some, lots, and few. For example, you could say the 3 monsters or the 1 snowman. Several students, several would be an adjective to describe students. Like several students were playing kickball at recess. Okay, several would be an adjective to describe students, and students would be the noun. Many, say many toys were in my stocking on Christmas morning. Okay, many is an adjective that tells a number or a size of something. Okay, so many would describe the noun toys. Toys is a thing, so toys would be a noun, and many would be an adjective in the sentence, many toys were in my stocking on Christmas morning. Many is an adjective because it describes the toys. Some students lost recess for being naughty. Some would be another adjective because it tells how many students, just some students. Okay, lots and few are other examples of adjectives that tell how many, or what I call number words. Okay, an adjective usually comes right before the noun it is describing. Okay, usually, not always, but most of the time. The sentences that we are going to write, since we are just starting out with adjectives, boys and girls will have the adjective right before the noun. Okay, here are some examples. The big red dog licked his face. Read that with me. The big red dog licked his face. In this sentence, there are 2 adjectives, big and red. That's why they're in bold print and they're underlined and they're red. Okay, big and red are both adjectives that describe the You got it, the dog. Okay, dog would be a noun because it's an animal. Okay, so big and red are adjectives because they describe the dog. Big describes the size of the dog, and red describes the color of the dog. And here's another example. The tall man hit his head on the ceiling. Read that with me. The tall man hit his head on the ceiling. Okay, what is the adjective in this sentence? If you said tall, kiss your brain. Tall is the adjective. What is the noun, which is the person, place, or thing in that sentence? Man would be the noun because it is a person. A man is a person. And the adjective tall describes the size of the man. Okay, it describes the man. So tall is the adjective and man is the noun. Okay, tall is describing the noun or the man. Now, let's talk about how adjectives can also be sensory details. When I say sensory, I'm thinking of the 5 senses. Your 5 senses are what you use to sort of navigate and move around the world around you. Like hearing, that's your sense of hearing. Sense of touch, that's how something feels. Your sense of taste, okay, that's when you taste something like food or drinks. Sound, that's using your ears, your sense of hearing to hear a sound. I'm missing one. So tasting, touching or feeling, hearing, seeing, that's your sense of sight, your vision, okay, what you use your eyes to do. And did I get them all? Taste, touch, smell. Okay, your sense of smelling is what you use your nose for. Okay, when you smell, you use your nose. Okay, so your sense of smelling, hearing, touching, tasting, and seeing are your 5 senses. Okay, adjectives are a great way to add details to writing, especially if you are working on descriptive writing, writing that describes something. Poems are one example of text that uses a lot of adjectives to add details to help readers understand and visualize the poem in their mind. So a lot of times you will see poems that have tons of sensory details and lots of adjectives that describe how something looks, how something sounds, tastes, feels, because poems are usually one example of descriptive writing. Not always, but a lot of the time. So adjectives can be sensory details, meaning they use the 5 senses to describe a noun. Here are some examples. The rich, thick, and delicious hot cocoa tasted like melted chocolate bars. Wow! Lots of adjectives and sensory details in that sentence. Okay, rich, thick, delicious. Those are all adjectives that describe the hot cocoa. Melted and chocolate, those are both adjectives because they describe the bar, which is a type of candy. The sweet smell of the roses made me smile. Read that one with me. The sweet smell of the roses made me smile. In this sentence, sweet is the adjective. Sweet describes the smell. Okay, so smell would be the noun. The warm water felt great as I dove in. In this sentence, warm is the adjective. It describes the water, okay, how the water actually felt. Warm describes water. The next one is, oops, this one's colored in wrong. The soft, wet snowflakes landed gently on my face. Do you know the adjectives? That's right, soft and wet. They describe the snowflakes and how they felt. You do the last one on your own.